All right, it's Four Leaf Fabrications, probably be my second video. What I'm going to be working on today is I was commissioned to make like a simple grinding rail for a buddy of mine. He does like awesome BMX tricks and he wants to do me to make him a 10-foot grinding rail 20 inches off the ground. So we are going to work on that today because of the time. Probably just I got all the specs worked out, so we'll cut everything into spec and then we'll probably square it up, jig it up, and burn it in tomorrow. So we'll get this going and just stand by and enjoy the video. I'll kind of walk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and we'll get at it. Alright, sorry my face is a little dark, the sunlight's behind me, but I got my metal set up. You guys can kind of see my makeshift workshop I set up every time I work on a project. I got this first piece of metal here. This is going to be my main 10-foot runner, and then I have more 2-inch square stock that I will be cutting to 18-inch lengths. That way when I weld the 2-inch on top of the 18-inch, I hit the 20 inches as his request. I think I'm going to give the time-lapse a shot, so I'll switch over to that, and you guys will watch me measure cut super fast. Alright, so you'll see I got my 5 18-inch uprights cut, and over there on the ground is my 10-foot section. Now I got to cut the base plates, and I'm going to have to cut gussets for the uprights to attach to the base plates. So I'll time-lapse you on that, guys. Alright, so I know I said I was going to make 5 uprights, and I cut them out of the square tube, but looking at it, analyzing, I think I'm going to start with 3, because that square tube, original plan was round pipe. That square tube is going to be a lot stronger than the original pipe we had. So I'm going to do 3, and if it seems like it wants to bow in between the outers and the middle, because it's only going to be 5 feet in between, I'll add the other 2 in that I already cut. If I don't add them in, then I didn't waste 36 inches, but now I have 2 18-inch pieces I can do something else with later. So right here I've got this 3-inch flat. I'm gonna use the bandsaw because I think it'll be easier than that cold cut. Especially, I don't know if you guys could see the sparks during the time lapse, but that blade is indicating that it's getting to the end of its life. So I'll use the bandsaw, cut these, just triangles. I just need 6 of them, so I should have plenty with this 3-inch drop piece, and get my gussets cut out, and then I'll be able to mock it up. Not sure if I'll mock it up today or work on that tomorrow. I got somewhere to be tonight, so we'll see, but it'll all be one video, obviously. So let's get at it and keep on trucking ahead. What I didn't mention is, instead of trying to clean this surface rust off of each individual triangle, you're going to see me hit this piece as a single piece first, clean the surface rust off, and then clean it up as one big piece before I cut it, so I'm not trying to clamp and hold a bunch of little tiny pieces. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the fan, because it is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I want to turn the fan off if you guys can't hear me, because it's something else out here. I'm I'm in the great state of Florida, so watch says it's 92 out right now. So you know Florida is humid. Start cutting these gussets out one at a time. You know, when I started this, I thought how cool welding is, but the reality is welding's like 10% of these projects. 90% is cutting, and not even 90%. 40% is cutting, 50% is metal prep. Let's get at it. What I did there, I cut the corner off. That way, whenever I go to weld it, I don't have to grind out the corner to make room for my bead that's already going to be on the plate. That so when I put it in there, I'll have the room for the bead that's already going to be there, since I'll be welding these in probably the very last thing. I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys and put you on time lapse. So I'm not sure if you guys can see in that time lapse, but the belt broke, or not the belt, but the blade, band blade. So I just got a new one on there and finished this very last cut. Alright, so now what I got is I've set up, because I'm going to pre-drill some holes for him in case he ever wants to put studs into concrete and mount it. So I'm going to drill some, just a little over 9/16 holes, 15 millimeters, because that's what my drill bit is. So we'll get that set up, and I'll do all three. I'll show you the first one so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so I got my mag drill set up. Move this out of my way. There's some tap magic on it. It's a one-hole drill. My head's not in frame. I apologize, guys. I put a bucket down here to try and catch things when I drill. Alright. Alright, so I know I told you guys I was going to cut with the bandsaw, but I didn't. I was just kind of blowing through making my gusset. So moving on to chamfering the material now. I'll use the belt to do that, and there's a round disc on this backside. I've not used this sander before. Pretty excited to give it a shot, see how it goes, and give it a whirl. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse again. Hopefully the time lapse is working out. I've never used it on this camera, but we'll give it a shot and when I check the videos tonight and see how it looks. Stand by, guys. So we're back with 4-leaf fabrications. It's not the next day. It kind of monsooned and poured here in Florida, and as you can tell, or as you've seen, my workshop is my driveway. So it's more like almost 2 weeks later, but we are set up and we're doing it. I didn't record it, but I cleaned up the base plates. I marked them out. I'll show you guys right now, and then I'm going to tack those in place, get them set up, and we will tack in the top rail. I'm just going to tack it in. I'm not going to burn each item in at a time. I want to make sure it's flat, level, and good to go. Alright, stand by, guys. So you can see I've made, basically this is where the 2-inch tube, the corners of each 2-inch tube are going to go. Kind of a little self-explanatory, not to insult anyone, but I'm going to get these tubes cleaned up, a little bit more prep for painting, and we'll burn it in. Alright, so what I did was I got my square tube centered in those squares I made. We'll check, see if we're square. Pretty square there. Flip you guys over on this side. Yeah. We're square there. So I'll tack that in, and then we will move to the next one. A couple more tacks in that. Got that tacked up. Cool. She's solidly tacked, solid tacks. I'll move to the next ones. Alright, so I got the so what I did again is 60 inches is here. They're 2-inch pipes, so I actually 59, 61 inches. I'll set the pipe, line the tube up with that. Use that to square it up, double check it. So I got the pipe ready to tack on the uprights, and we'll give that a shot. Alright, so I have this balancing up here, which means I'm going to have to be very careful. Check. Line up there. Line up there. Tacking that. Dang it. Alright, that's tacked on. We'll move on to the ends. So I know I'm probably a little dark on camera. I got it in my garage right now to test it. I got the uprights are tacked, the base plates are tacked. I know my driveway is not flat. Most driveways are not, especially in Florida, because they're designed to run off into the grass. An older home, all my measurements are pretty much spot on, but we got a little bit of shimmy. But again, my foundation, I have a 40-year-old home. I don't know how true this foundation is on a 10 feet span. So we're gonna burn it in here, get the gussets on, and then I will make end caps for it. I still have to cut those. I haven't cut the end caps yet. I kind of didn't think about it the day we were filming and cutting together. So we'll get at it and we'll get burning it in. I paused the video real quick to give you guys a brief disclaimer. Each of the clips where I try and get a close up of my welding, you're gonna see some really annoying flickering. I'm learning the camera settings. I was given some advice I just didn't happen to notice until after I filmed for the entire day. So sorry about that, guys, and I hope you still enjoyed the video. All right. Again, not a professional welder. I don't do this for a living. I only weld projects for myself and friends. All right, so I don't remember if I introduced that I am now welding the base plates to the uprights. I don't think I did. I got it in my creative flows, so I'm working on that now. You'll have seen me weld the front one on already before I remembered to talk about it. So here we go, and we'll keep going on and getting at it. It's probably gonna storm here. Not sure if I'll finish again today, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm about to weld these gussets on. I'm going to hyperlapse you for these. Alright, so Florida weather has been thundering and playing games with me. It hasn't actually rained, but I kind of got in a quick get it done mode, so I kind of missed out on recording a lot of stuff. I've got all 6 gussets for the base welded on, all the bases welded on, the uprights welded to the main tube. I just cut out these plates so I could end cap the main tube. We're just trucking along trying to beat this rain, because like, since my workshop's in the driveway, if it starts raining I have to pack everything up. It's not even like it just rains. I have to shut everything down and pack it up. So we're working through things and we're getting it done. Alright, so I put on end caps either end, and that was the last bit. I would call this finished. I still do need to paint it, but I don't know that I'm going to film that. It's just going to be a rattle can paint. I'll leave the top bare metal so he can wax it and do what he needs to do, and then the rest will be painted just for rust prevention. Literally, it's just going to be rattle can, so I'm not going to film it. So that'll end this video, and I appreciate anyone who's watched my second video. This is the second video, and stick around. I guess, you know, they're supposed to say comment, like, and subscribe, like, or else people don't know what to do. So you've been told, do it. Other than that, thank you guys, and have a great whatever life you're living.